in and actually highlight some results though. So Ryan was able to post his first ad. And Ryan, you got your first round of interviews set up and actually performed your first group interview yesterday. Is that right? So you can unmute yourself here. I'm going to just ask you a couple questions. So I'm really excited that you hit the ground running. I know for a lot of you, it's like, we're nervous. We want to make sure that we know everything before we do it. But honestly, this is going to be a situation where it's ready, fire, aim. Like, just throw shit at the wall right now, even if you feel like you're not totally ready, because that's how you get ready. Okay. So you're never going to feel 100% ready. It's all about just following the program and just being really confident, and it will work for you. So let's ask Ryan a little bit. So Ryan, you said you posted your ad and you had, last I checked, it was 44 applicants in a couple of days. Is that right? Do you want to run us through the numbers there?
Oh no. Yeah, no. Now we have, so I think we're over 75 applications.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. We're killing it. Now we're running 2 ads. Can you hear me okay, by the way?
Yes.
As I drive down the road?
Yes, I got you.
So we're running 2 ads. We're running the same ad in 2 places, rather.
Yep.
So we have an office in Fort Worth and we have an office in north of Dallas in the Colony.
Yes.
And so we're running the ad for both locations. And they're about an hour apart, 45 minutes apart. So you really do get different people on each one.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's about half and half right now, actually, which is cool. So about, call it 35 to 40 in each office so far.
Yeah.
But as of, when we planned our interview, when we planned the interview and scheduled people, we'd only had about 25 applications.
Yeah.
And so of those 25, 6 of them said they would come to the interview.
Yeah.
And then 2 of them actually showed up.
Okay.
And both of them seemed really excited. One of them for sure was the kind of young guy. He was 19. And it's just like, how you have those things built into the interview where you're like, who can tell me what good verbal communication skills are?
Yeah.
Like, this kid's sitting at the table and he's like, yes, sir. Yeah. So that'd be like being polite. And like, he's like he's like jacked up about the interview.
Yes.
He brought tons of energy and like the guys offered him a job right there. And so anyway, when he accepted the job, so he's one that we have hired. The ladies in the front office said he walked out in the parking lot and with both hands went, yes, like in the parking
yes. Dude, I love it. That's so.
He was jazzed up. So it went really well. So we just need to do that with a lot more people now.
Yes, exactly. And do you remember, guys, I really want to highlight what Ryan just said. Remember last week when I told you, as I went through the interview script, I said people are going to be chomping at the bit to get started at this job when you follow the interview script. And Ryan, is that exactly what happened? You literally had people fist bumping, sitting up straight, sir, yes, sir. Right? So I want to
Yeah.
That's so great. I'm super proud of you. Like, that's an awesome first interview.
Even the guy that, like, the other guy in the interview was like pretty introverted. And I don't think the kind of guy that any of us thought like, this is the rock star we want, Yeah. But definitely like the kind of guy, it's like, I don't know, we'll give you a chance. Like, We'll see what you can do. But he started off the interview kind of with his arms crossed and just sort of like sitting around. And by the end of it, he was like emailing me questions about the job so he could talk to his wife.
Nice.
So
nice. Yes. And
even he seemed excited.
I love that. And yes, remember, like I said last week, you guys are going to occasionally have people that are just like kind of skeptical, maybe a little bit. But if you just don't let that shake you, you just go through the interview. By the end, people are like bought in. It's just like doing a sales pitch with a customer. Sometimes they're a little bit like, I don't know. But then by the time you give them enough information and you do it in the right way, they're like, okay, let's do this, right? So I want to say, a couple things here. Obviously, Ryan like hit the ground running, threw up an ad, immediately scheduled a group interview. So we've got some numbers to look at, but as we go along, we're going to have larger samples, right, Ryan? So like right now you had at the time, 25 people had applied, you scheduled 6, 2 of them showed, which is just like I said, right? I told all of you, you might schedule 20 people, half of them are going to show up. So 2 out of 6 is almost 3. So that's about right. And then you hired 2 for 2. So then the next thing to track is how many people show up to training and then show up to training day 2 and so on and so forth. So that's awesome. And Ryan, are you posting your ad on Indeed? Where's the first place that you listed that? Indeed.
Yeah, so we posted and boosted on Indeed.
Okay.
So I'm doing the minimum like $300 a month boost on Indeed. But so far, like with those ads, I think I've spent like $5 of my 300. So most of the people looking at mine are organic anyway, which is awesome.
Right.
And then I threw it up on LinkedIn just because I thought it's free and easy. And maybe I catch like a really professional roofing guy up there that's like looking to take the next step.
Yeah.
And I got one from there so far, and that's really the only places that I've posted it so far.
Yeah. Okay, cool. No, that's perfect.
Oh, and then crucial third thing, our sales guys. So I've made, because I do marketing too, our sales guys have a graphic I've made saying we're hiring and a link to Indeed, and they're sharing it on social. And we're actually getting applications from social media from people they know too.
Dude, so. Yes, I love that. As much as you can, leverage your current network. And that's another thing we'll get into later is PRs, personal recruits, because those can be really strong candidates, right? So we want to, it's kind of like headhunting referrals almost, because it's already people who are related to people in your network already. So we'll definitely get to that. We want to leverage those for sure. So good call. I love that. Way to hit the ground running. And I'm super excited to hear like next week and the week after and so on. So guys, for those of you who are new and jumping on, isn't that an exciting thing to hear? Like he literally started this a couple days ago, and these are the types of results that you get to see. So this is going to be really fun. Has anybody else? Adam,
let me add too real quick. One last thing that I was like pretty nervous about learning the script and like delivering it, because for those on the call that don't know, I've only been with Texas Direct for a few months in this role. And Jeremy was like, hey, part of your role is we want to add this to your plate. I'm like, oh, great. Like, and so I'm not like as comfortable talking about all this stuff as you guys that are the business owners, you know, but like just following the script outline and even just writing the script outline on the board, like you say to do. Yes. So I could keep glancing at like what my next bullet point was. It was super easy to just roll through it.
Yes, exactly. And just like I said to you guys last week, and you're going to see that even in the training, I say, don't worry about memorizing. You really don't have to. If you just follow the script and you remind people who you're interviewing to take notes, and then on the board, you're just writing pieces, like it makes it really, really easy. They probably thought you did that 50 times already this last 6 months, right? Here, tune back in. You can unmute yourselves. Any questions about this here so far for day one, like these sections or anything like that?
Becca, can I actually jump in with an update?
Yes, please. I love updates.
Okay, so the gals in the office have been calling today while I've been out.
Yeah.
And one of them just emailed me that she has 3 candidates set for our interview on Friday, 2 set for our interview on Monday, and 5 set for our interview on Tuesday.
Yes.
So
all right.
I have 10 more scheduled for interviews.
Dude, that's so exciting. I'm so excited for you. This is awesome. Guys, and for the rest of you, take Ryan's lead here. Even if you don't feel totally ready, it's just put the ad out, start getting people scheduled for those group interviews, and then let's rock and roll. You guys can do it. Ryan, since we had a couple people join on late, what did you say about how easy it was to follow the script and what happened?
Oh, it was super easy. And I literally had the script in my hand. I like printed it out and I highlighted lines that I didn't want to forget to say.
Yes.
And I just, when I started out, I just looked at the room and I was like, hey, I have this paper here. This is just because I want to make sure I don't forget to tell you the really important stuff. So I'm going to keep looking at it if that's okay. And then I just gave myself permission to keep looking at it the whole time. So it was super easy.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, hey, we've got a lot to cover today. So I've got my notes here. I want to make sure we stay on task, get everybody out of here on time, and just make sure we don't forget to cover anything really important, right? So again, it's just all about like just really embodying you're the boss. Like you're here to run this interview. And at the end, people are literally chomping at the bit to get started. So for anybody who missed this, Ryan said that was it your secretary, your admin that saw the guy in the parking lot afterward?
Yeah.
And what did he do?
He walked out and he went, yes.
Oh, I love it. Which is it's such a great example because most people have a really difficult time hiring for this job because people are like, door-to-door commission roof sales. Like they're leaving like sketched out. That's how powerful this interview script is. So just, does anyone know what I'm going to say? Follow the program. All right. So awesome. Well, I am jazzed. This has been a great call.